Mic check, mic check. Who's in the house? How you guys been? How have you guys been? I first of all wanna thank you guys for being here for the last month. So we are in month 2 since we started this live stream business, you know. Thank you guys for showing up. So this one is gonna be spicy because I have been triggered. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's time. It's time to start cooking. It is time to start cooking. I think we've gone through the introduction period, and it is just time to. It is really time to just start really showing a different level, because I tend to. So if you're here live, or maybe you're watching this back, for some reason I tend to up the ante, so to speak. Whenever I get triggered, I tend to release things. I tend to talk about certain things because I'm like, man, do you know who you're dealing with? It's that kind of attitude in me, But yeah, so this month we're gonna try and do things not too differently, because you still got to show the world that there's a particular way of looking at trading that they can attain for sure, because I am no special man, okay? And the truth is, as I've always said, information is key. If you have the right information, it'll get you there. The right information is what got me to the level that I can say that I am. Now, of course, I am not a billionaire. But I am grateful, for what God has given me. I'm grateful that I have been gifted with certain insights. And whatever way He came, whatever way He chose, I'm just quite appreciative of the fact that precision and control is not something that evades me, It's not something that I feel like can evade anyone. In fact, precision and control is your destiny. And if you don't believe that, well, why don't you stick around? Maybe in a couple of months, you might ask yourself the question again, what have I learned? Have you learned anything? Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this thing right here. And I'm gonna, those lines, it's those lines, right? It's all about the lines, isn't it? It's all about the lines, right? Please. Yeah, so, but yeah, I say all that to say, hey, Nomos, how you doing? Welcome. Leek, thank you. James, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for showing up. We got to build up this consistency thing again, just so we can see, how many people, are with us, right? Or so to speak. So, but yeah, let me get into it. Let me just get right into it, because today was one of those days where it was pretty amazing. It was pretty cool, and I'll show you what I mean. So before our Discord started, we We talked about 7 to 7:30 range, as usual. Okay, if there's going to be one ritual that you should be practicing, it is to always get the 7 to 7:30 high and low, and then you plot the quadrants, those lines, right? You plot them. And then you always want to focus on the 50%, obviously. The other thing that we also needed to focus on was the new week opening gap, right? What is the new week opening gap? It is the close of the closing price of Friday and the opening price of the new week. So because you've got the weekend, Friday is going to close at 5 p.m. New York time, and then Saturday is going to be closed, and then Sunday the market opens at 6 p.m. New York time. And those difference in prices is what we're marking. And because we understand them to be, when the price doesn't open at the exact same one, we say it's a gap. So those two separation prices, we want to mark them because they're important. So that's what these lines are, in case you're wondering what they are. And so when we got into Discord, I said to them, it is pretty neat that at 7 a.m. they referenced the new week opening gap immediately. I thought that was pretty cool, immediately. And then they referenced it again after 7:30. I thought that was pretty cool. And then they went through it, and then it acted as resistance at 9:30. Anyway, here's a pretty neat trick, right? We also had this specific price that I noted from Friday. And I said to the guys, I said, we're going to read that again at 9:30. This was definitely, it was like there was no starter, no guesswork, which one will it rate or not at all. It was it will definitely be rated. In what sequence will it be used with or for? I gave two scenarios, but the point was, when we opened at 9:30, right there. Now I was bullish, okay, because I wanted to see the 7:30 50%, like 7 to 7:30 range 50%. I also, hey XT, how you doing, brother? Also, I wanted to see the NWOG be utilized, okay? And so immediately at 9:33 open, or at 9:30, this was a volatile candle. And at 9:31, 9:32, and at 9:33, we rallied all the way straight away, hit the NWOG, okay? And then we went for this low. And that was like the immediate sequence, in a sense, where I wanted to see this low, right? We rated it, came back to it, and then we had the shenanigan. And while we had this shenanigan, which was being described in real time, by the way, on Discord, we started going higher. Once we started going higher, I made attention to, the things that we look for, for price to go higher. And here we go. Like he went here, came back in, went higher, hit the NWOG, used the NWOG, went to 50%. And look at that, folks. Wouldn't you like that? Look at that. Real stuff. Boom. Boom. And then NWOG again. NWOG again. Now, while I was ranting about something, I got triggered, right? While I was ranting, I was made aware of this guy. They were like, "Yo, what happened there?" Right? It's like, gee. And to be honest, we really don't care because we know there's news. There's always news, and at the same time, there is an algorithm that controls price. Folks don't want to believe that this thing has to be controlled, but they think it's going to be left in the hands of, in their hands, so to speak, or in the hands of institutions. What if an institution became a bad actor? Do you think something could go wrong? Or do you not think that these guys, they all have someone who they're serving? I mean, the CEO is serving someone. Anyway, you gotta think and look into that. Anyway, this candle came and wicked all the way down here to, and we had this order block annotated. Yeah. Okay, so we had this. So you have a bullish order block there. It came there. This one came there, and this one came there. And it's just a simple order block, and we can see how they use that order block here, and then rate it afterwards, right? My Algowick people understand we were looking for other things and more specific things, okay? And that is obviously what you'd expect in Discord. But so far so good. I like this PD array here. I do like this this gap like that. Okay. I do like this, like that, the close, open. But if you wanted to do the whole entire gap thing as in like on serviced price range or whatever, there you go. It's like pretty neat. But I wouldn't do it like that. I would do it like this. Because time and price, right? Cool. That's what I would do. And so far, that's the case. Now it is 1:45. Okay. It is 1:45, and sorry, hold on a second. Yeah, so I do sorry, got distracted, you feel me? Yeah, so it's 1:45 now, and we're doing this. What you have is this low, and you have that high. This is your immediate range. This is your concern. Yeah? This is all you should be cared about. You should be caring about. Right now. And I'm using the octants because it's all about these lines, right? Listen. If you think that the markets are controlled based on these quote unquote, fractal divisions, I would appreciate if you thought again. Now, we understand. So on Discord, this was not last week, I think it was the previous week. We did a bit of research on octants. We did a bit of research on the use case, the history, where they came from, the whole lot. Deep dive. And I have even gone further, even after that session that we did in Discord, I've gone way further to even look just to make sure that I fully understand what I'm talking about. And what I really appreciated about the fact that these octants, in a way, they are real, but they're not the thing that controls price. Octants are not the thing that controls price. Fractal divisions, you go from 50% to quarters to octants to sixteenths to 32, 64s, whatever. I mean, you can do the math. No way we can say yet that's what the algorithm is based on. If there was an algorithm that really does control pricing of assets, are we really going to say, yeah, that's what it's based on? It's really that simple? I personally do not think so. So based on my research, I'm grateful to find out that it wasn't so. Because I already believed, based on what I already knew, that it could not be these lines. So guess what I did? I posted it on my Twitter. Okay, Cap Jones, Twitter, Cap Jones. They just teased it. And apparently it baited a few, like very little, but some people got triggered. And because even in Discord, the question was asked, and I could tell that, okay, definitely we have an issue, folks, especially in the ICT community or ICT trading community. We have a problem. People are so reliant on the fib tool. People are so reliant on using these octants, Fibonacci, the natural, the default numbers that come, the default calculations. And folks are just they're so locked in, and they think that's what this price is based on because they're pattern traders. And when you get someone like me coming out and saying, hey, what you're doing is 100% wrong, totally wrong. It doesn't work. It's not going to yield you anything. It doesn't give you a sense of control. Therefore, you're trading a pattern and you're hoping and you're guessing for the best. And it triggers people because what they want to tell you is it's going to hit a line. What they want to tell you is, yeah, well, then why does this line work? Then tell me, how do you know which line is going to work? Where and when? So that's my question that I always place to people. How do you, not me, how do you specifically, the holder of the theory that these things are what controls price, how do you know where and when, to which specific octant or quadrant is going to be referenced? How do you know? Now, there's a caveat. The caveat is, how do you know based on those lines without PD arrays? How do you know even when, let's say, for example, the example that we've been given, you have a CB right here. It looks like a CB right now, right? Are you waiting for this close to be a CB? Are you waiting for that close to be a CB? When this close gives you the CB you're looking for, how do you know that now this line is going to be the important one? And when? Is it going to be at 152? Is it going to be 153? Is it going to be 157? Is it going to be 158, 155, 156? Which one? And I'm talking about to the specific line. No breaching above, no missing a cent below. How do you know? Like right now. You see that? Look at it right now. I mean, we got the CB, we got the fair value gap there. Pay attention. I mean, it's a CB, right? This should go down, shouldn't it? Why is it not going down right now? Isn't that what you want to see? Why is it breaching your specific line? Why is it, why do we have a high above that line? Why is it not going down? Why is it not going down right now? Tell me something. Talk to me, people. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Right here, right now, live. Why is it not going down? Because what's happening in here, it's not about the line, folks. It never was. So go back to your PD arrays. Go back to your PD arrays. Do not do a thing where you're leaning on these lines, and therefore because you go to CB or Fair Value app there, so that's the one. Don't do that. You need to go back to the use of the original tools, the real stuff. You need to go back to time and price, and not these applications, because that's what they are. They're an application from years ago, even before I was born. They're an application. It is the way traders applied analysis to what's going on so they could understand. But it was never the thing that actually controlled asset pricing. Because clearly the CB is not really doing anything right now, is it? I mean, it's a CB over the line, so it's not really doing anything, is it? Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking it's because it's a bearish fair value gap over one of these octants or quadrants, but it's in discount, so that's why it's less effective, right? Is that what you're thinking? Is that why it didn't work? Because this is what people do, folks. When it doesn't work, they try to now even bend. They try to bend price. They try to make something fit. And then when it doesn't at all, because they try and apply the same thing, because remember, these things are an application. They then try to apply it with something else, and it doesn't work again. And they don't know what to do because they don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. It's called a chain. These chains. I put it to you publicly. The right way to look at price is time and PD arrays. That's the right way. That is your grid. If you know anything about time, then you should be using time and PD arrays. Because if you don't do it that way, you're lost. It will not work. You'll be slapped left and right. And you won't know what's going on. You will not know what is going on. Because you'll be slapped left and right. And that's the truth. And so people get lost when they see these type of things. Because they don't know what to do. Because they don't want to learn, folks. And you've got to learn. You've got to have the ability to, you've got to put in the effort. So we got 4 minutes to PM session. Like, wait, what? PM session? Bro, PM session is 1:30. Oh, you don't know, do you? 1:30 to 2 p.m., 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. is pre-market for PM. There's your pre-market. Yeah. There's your pre-market, folks. So what does that make 2 p.m. then? If it's pre-market, opening range, whatever you want to call it. That's how you start. That's how you start, unraveling this complex thing we call the markets and time and sessions and whatever. So that's one. Number two, there's something that I really want to address, and that is there's a parasite. There's a parasite in the industry. There's a parasite in our community, the community we call ICT traders, okay? Or ICT trading community. There's a parasite. And what parasite am I talking about? It is the parasite of questioning excellence. Not, in a way, not to know, but it comes off as doubt. It comes off as doubt. It is presented, it is this parasite that is presented to doubt. Because there's so much deception out there that people don't know. Number one, people don't know the truth. I'll tell you that right now. It is in all facets of life. Politics, finance, religion, you name it. Everything. All facets of everything that builds a society, folks just don't have any interest in learning the truth. And so the example that I have to present to you is literally this. Have you heard of the praying mantis? Okay, you guys have probably seen the praying mantis. You've probably seen the video. When a praying mantis is infected by a parasite, what happens is this thing begins to eat the parasite. This parasite begins to eat the praying mantis, this insect, from the inside. And it eats it to the point where now this praying mantis is so gone. It's still alive, but it's so gone because now the parasite is what's taken over. The parasite is what's now controlling this being, this entity, this creature. The parasite is what's infiltrating and now keeping this thing alive, even though it is killing this thing. It is killing this insect. And so in the video, maybe some of you guys have seen it, and you now have the way to remove the parasite. You pour water on it, and because the parasite doesn't like the water, doesn't want the water, the parasite will leave voluntarily. It will leave the being, this praying mantis, the body. It would leave. It will remove itself. But what happens is the moment this thing leaves, removes itself from the inside of this praying mantis, the praying mantis dies. Now, whether it dies out of pain, whether it dies out of whatever causes is, the praying mantis dies. Because the truth is, the parasite is like a spirit. And it infiltrates and it eats up people from the inside. That's what the spirit does. There's a parasite of doubt. There's a parasite of fear. There's a parasite of stupidity in traders. Laziness, folks. Laziness. And the problem is, people don't realize that these things, these parasites, just like human beings have them, and you've got to deworm, you've got to, do the things that you got to do to take care of your health. What happens is these things, once they've really had the effect in your heart, in your mind, people don't realize that what they're doing, what they're saying, the way they're behaving, what they're looking at, their interpretation of the charts, they don't see clarity anymore. And so you can tell them, this is how the markets work. This is what the truth is. This is this. You can tell them all the best things that you've got to tell them, and they will not believe you. Why? Because they've been infiltrated by a parasite. You can tell them the truth. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is real. God is real. Put your faith in him. He will change your life like he changed mine. He turned my life around. You can share your testimony. You can tell how great God has been to you, how he has orchestrated things around for you that you did not plan for yourself. And there's going to be a way where the unbelief, the doubt, that parasite, and it causes people to not see. Because we live in a world where folks are infiltrated. People are infected, folks. They're infected. And if you try to remove this parasite from them, what you're going to find is they will rather hold on to it, because that's what's keeping them alive. But if they let it go, there's a pain, there's a thing that occurs in their hearts, in their minds, in their thinking, because it's like, I've been holding on to this thing for years. This is all they know. It's all they know, so much so because the parasite has been in them for so long. Let me talk to you about some parasites of trading. Who wants to hear about parasites of trading? The parasites of a trader. Number one, psychology. Yeah. The number one parasite in all of trading. Psychology. Have you ever heard anybody tell you, be disciplined, be patient? You just got to control yourself, bro. You just got to be able to be patient, wait it out, bro. And that's going to solve the problem. How many people have put their best foot forward, put their best discipline on the charts, put their best patience level standards on the charts, and guess what? They still don't make it. They still do not make it. Psychology didn't work out for them. Trading in the zone didn't work out for them. It didn't work out for them, folks. Why is that? Because this parasite has infiltrated the industry so much so that people just don't understand. So much so that it's all they know. Number two, the parasite of indicators. Listen, I have heard and seen and come across all kinds of things. When I came into trading and I was learning and all the, going through the motion, right? Like, everybody has to go through the phases. I dabbled with a lot of indicators too. I understand how indicators work. You want to break it down like a nerd, like why this, why the math, what's the logic behind the average and all these things. Only to find out that that's not what controls price. And then you tell it to people and you say these things like, oh, well, I don't believe in indicators. I'm a price action trader. I look at candle by candle and I understand what's going on because I learned from someone who preached candle by candle. He preached, he taught concepts such as PD arrays, all these things. And then I go out and I start talking about this thing, I start hyping it up. And they're like, oh no, bro, you got it wrong. You've been deceived. ICT is a fraud. All ICT traders, they're all frauds. Everything. Like you hear it all the time. And again, it's this parasite of fear. And every single person that I know, that I don't even know all of them, but every single one of those people that doubt, they all, 100%, they all use an indicator. That's crazy, right? Remove psychology, remove discipline, and all these other things. Remove that. I told you guys, I was triggered today, man. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring it. If people want to bring the truth, their truth, I'm going to bring my truth too. And we're going to lay it down and we're going to see who really got, who's really got it like that. And the truth is, lo and behold, would have it, the parasite of indicators, every single person that uses indicators, they don't believe in candle by candle. You cannot see candle by candle through using the use case of indicators. You just can't. Because most of these indicators, if not all of them, they're all lagging. Even the ones that they call leading indicators. Remember when Ichimoku cloud was meant to be a leading indicator? Remember when they said it was like 80-something% accurate? Then it was some articles will say it's 70-something. And then it's like, oh, maybe it's just 60-something, like 68% or something like that. Do you remember the Ichimoku days when Ichimoku was the theme? How many of you even talk about Ichimoku today? This generation of traders, especially traders in the last 5 years, or who are 5-year-old in the game, how many of them even know about Ichimoku clouds? Oh, he's like, it's supply and demand. It's like, okay, cool. Well, what happens when your demand zone just completely flops on you? But it's meant to be a demand zone, right? And then they create indicators around these things. How about ICT traders? ICT traders, they create indicators to annotate these PD rays or this time or this range or all these things. And guess what? They are still flopping the bed. Still flopping the bed, folks. They still can't tell you candle by candle. They can't give you the narrative expected. Why? What's going on? Because we have parasites that have infiltrated the organisms of traders, their mind. And these things, and what it does is this parasite begins to eat you up from inside. And then it causes you to be dependent on feeding it to stay alive. So you have to feed the use of the indicators. You have to feed the use of psychology. You have to, feed the use. You have to feed these things, because without them, you will not feel like, you will not feel alive. Parasites that infiltrated. That's how it works, folks. Because without them, traders can't cope. They can't see. They can't understand what's really going on. And then when you tell them, it's like, oh no, bro, Cab, you got it wrong. It's like, okay, no problem. But at the end of the day, you have to understand what this praying mantis and the relationship with that parasite. And then when you pour that water on it, and then you saw in that video, like, the parasite coming out, and immediately the parasite comes out, it dies. Because that's what these things do. They make you dependent on them. So people have to hold on to them like religion. They have to hold on to them, I guess, like false religion. Let me put it that way. They hold on to it because they can tell that sometimes, price is going to print in such a way that it makes it look like, oh yeah, that's the thing. And then other times, these things are not going to work. What I heard today was, the markets function on statistics, probabilities. And I was like, wow, really? Isn't that another parasite? The parasite of statistics. The parasites of statistics. Yeah. Yeah. I said it. Yep. They preach it like they know it. But yet they can't tell you when the 20% fails. They can't tell you when and where. And it's like, oh, yeah, today didn't work out. It's like, oh, wow. Well, why didn't your statistic tell you that ahead of time? I mean, ICT traders can tell ahead of time. They can tell ahead of time that, oh, I can see an invalidation printed. I can see an invalidation printed. Yep, I'm going to be wrong here. But they can see it ahead of time. And they know exactly how this quote unquote wrong is going to print ahead of time. Control, folks. That's control. Control that the parasites of statistics cannot give you. It just can't. Because it's guesswork. It's guesswork. That's what it is. Probability. Oh, it's hyper. It's like this time and that. It's hyper. Cool, but it's based on past data. If it wasn't based on past data, then hey, it would work all the time. Like PP Bank just said, it's pattern trading because it's just a different way of pattern trading, folks. And how can you say you have control? And then guess what they tell you? They tell you, well, you don't need to have control. It is not about having control. You cannot control the market. What do you think we do? You think we're stupid? Like, come on. Really? That's your best message. They tell you you cannot have control. But then when they see someone telling them, well, hey, listen, this is what I think is going to happen, and I think it's going to happen this way, and they try to show it candle by candle, by the way. Welcome to Algowick, yo. And it's like, so how is he doing it? Because this person seems to be in some sort of control. This person appears to be like they are the market maker because they literally tell you what's going to happen ahead of time, before the print, by the way. They tell you what the invalidation is going to look like before the print. They describe it in real detail, not just some vague, well, I think this, it could be this and that, to the price. To the time, by the way. My Discord people are like, I had to bamboozle. I had to show them what's up. Just using pure time. Like it was pretty good. It was just pure time. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna see this at this time, and it was pretty good. Obviously, I hadn't showed that before, and I had to show them something. I had to show them like, hey, look, and they were Remember, Discord is live, just like it's live right now. Except that instead of me, doing a little bit of preaching, talking to you about Christ, talking to you about God, about, something, and then talking to you about price action on the charts, which we'll get to in a minute. This is, this is just, we going hard at it. Discord is live price action, baby. Live. Before the fact, baby. Yeah, tell them. They know, yo. And they're like, what? How the hell did you discover this? It's like, well, I just watched ICT videos. And it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I mean, we're talking multiple times. Because if something works, it will work. And it will work all the time. And I remember coming up on Twitter, telling people, hey guys, listen, there's something that, I really think I saw something. There's this sequence or framework and all this yada yada yada, just talking my talk, right? And I was telling them, yeah, it's controlled 100%. And I told them, go focus on inefficiencies. Well, guess what's being preached right now? Guess what's being taught right now? It's all about inefficiencies, folks. Everything. Maybe I was right. Maybe I was onto something. Anyway, I say all that to say, remove and extract the parasites of trading in your life. Remove the parasites from your trading. You need to get pure again. You need to deworm. You need to deparasite yourself. You need to cleanse. You need that cleanse, baby. And the only way to cleanse, man, is to focus on candle by candle and actually learn what really moves the market. Not these lines. These lines don't move the market. It is not about octants or quadrants or any of this nonsense. It is an application. It is a way to apply these fractal divisions to something that actually does print, to the very thing that actually does control, in such a way that you can visually see it, because you ain't got the code in your room. I definitely ain't got the code in my PC. I don't have it. I don't work in the central bank, but yet, candle by candle, baby. Whether it's trash, whether it's not, we are still staying in control. And I appreciate the fact that you guys support me. You guys come out, like you guys, you know what I mean? It's like you guys really show that you show up. We're back, baby, and we got to keep that consistency, We don't want to build a reputation. I had to take 2 days of rest, because it's my first time doing a month. But, honestly, whether price is trash or it's not, we run it, man. We run it in Discord. We run it, and we run it good. We run it, and we run it good, just like today. And they saw. And they saw. And now, it's like, anyway, before I say, things I don't need to talk about. The point is, be in charge of your trading. Evaluate your own self as a trader, as a market participant. Evaluate yourself. Do you have things that are holding you back from knowing what each candle, for example, on the 1 minute chart, are you using tools, or are you doing things that blind you, that puts you into probabilistic thinking? Because that's what the industry tells us, right? Because they tell us we're guessing. We don't know. It's like, okay. All right then. All right then. I guess we will never know. And you know what they're going to sell? You know what they're going to tell you? Well, if you really knew, you'd be a billionaire by now. It's like, yeah. Yeah, that's how you become a billionaire, right? By trading, micros. If you really knew, then why are you not a billionaire then? It's like, yep. See that mindset right there? That's the parasite of doubt. That's the parasite of that thing that is going to remove. It's going to restrict you from gaining freedom, from being able to breathe. Because it's up here. It's in the mind. It's how you think. It's how you think. People are going to see you run market candle by candle. And they're still going to ask you, why are you not a billionaire then? And they expect you to just not get triggered. I'm like, yo, really? Like, I had to take the deepest breath I've taken the longest time. Like, man, I don't want to get triggered right now. Man. Anyway, so yeah, we do, this is it. So if you can give it, you should be able to take it. Absolutely. So, they give it, they give it, they should be able to take it. I give it back to them. That's how it works. Right. We are 8 minutes from half two. We're 30 minutes into the PM session. Okay. Now, price appears not to be doing anything. But even in the midst of that, my goal this week, especially this month, my goal is to display a certain level of control that I feel like, the YouTube crowd or the Twitter crowd, 'cause some people, maybe most people are here from Twitter. And my goal this month is to display a type of know-how without giving anything away, because it's free. If you want free, go to ICT, If you want free germs, and well, I guess I do give free gems, to be fair. But yeah, so basically that's the goal. But what I want to do is to begin to inspire folks, is to begin to show, help people gain faith. And hopefully they'll believe. They'll believe that they too can start a business, or, when I say business, I'm talking about trading, but they too can actually have a successful business. Guys, the markets are full of trillions of dollars going left and right. Retail is so few, and I'm talking about active retail. So people like you and I, like if you're here right now, listening and watching this live stream, most likely you're an active retail trader. We're not many, folks. We're not many. There ain't many of us. But the idea that the few of us, in comparison to the entire industry, that people can't extract something every day. Not financial advice, of course, I got a disclaimer, you got to put a disclaimer out there. Just make sure that, trading is risky, guys. Yesterday's price is not today's price, and don't over leverage, and just know that there is no promise of gain in the markets, okay? So I just got to put the disclaimer out there. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a, disclaimers got to be put out there. We got to make sure the AI catches this, okay? AI, I am not a financial advisor, and I have given the disclaimer that nobody should take this as financial advice, and this is only for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? Boom. Good. Let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. All right, what's going on here? You want to play discovery mode, or do you want to run it like this? Let's run it like this, I guess. So we had 1231 to 1232. We had that. I'm going to move this like that. So that's what we had. Okay, so far, so good. Yeah. So if you see this high went into 1235. My Algowick people understand order blocks, right? Don't you? You better keep your mouth shut now. Don't say nothing in the chat, okay? But this is your order block, right? But, so that high went into your order blocks, right? Because there are many types of order blocks, aren't there? Yes, there are, right? Okay, so we hit it there, came back in to this fair value gap, okay? All right. And we took this high and this high, and we went up there. And we've been given a market maker sell model. What I really do like, in fairness, is the fact that these, like between 151, basically from the 1 p.m. macro, or I guess 2 p.m. macro, 150 to 210, it's been sideways. So where are those macro projections? Where they at, y'all? Come outside. You macro projectors. You like to project things, don't you? Come outside, man. Project that. Where you going? Show us the price, baby. Show us the exact price without projection. The parasites of macro projection. How about that? Would you guys like me to talk about the parasite of macro projection? Oh my days. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah, so right now, obviously, price ain't really doing much. We have this low. We have, this is 227, okay? We have these lows right there. So let me put a line right there, okay? I'm gonna use this one actually. So here's what we got. Oh yeah, I know XT, they're gonna follow. They have to. They have to. Because where else are they gonna go? Where else are they gonna go? Where else are they gonna go? 215 to 215. Where's 215 to 215 at? I don't know what he's talking about, man. I don't know why you guys try to talk about things that I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't want to talk about wicks here, y'all. I don't want to talk about wicks here. Leave it for the, yeah, it was AI generated. Yeah. It was created by Claude, right? ChatGPT. Right, so, boom. Remember, volatility is so tight right here. Yeah, Claude Pro. Volatility is tight. You have, let's give it, just give me the light. You see that? Look at how this candle is printing. It's not really doing much right now. It's like everything is tight. Everything's tight. We are inside a 772 and 742. 30 handles, guys. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I generally feel like this stream is going to be one of those, it's going to be like Thursday and Friday, because when I looked at Thursday and Friday, I mean, obviously I wasn't live, but when I looked at it, I was like, man, I'm so glad I didn't waste my time, you know, but 30 handles for almost an hour. Well, for about 40 minutes. So yeah, you can see how they are using, like it is literally just coming close to it and they don't want it. They just don't want it, folks. They don't want to take it this low, right? They just, this is literally what speed of delivery is literally, what you're seeing right now is speed of delivery. And guess what I learned today, people? Guess what I learned? So, we know we have something called the change in the state of delivery. Yeah? But before you get the change in the state of delivery, guys, yeah? Before you get that, there's something that I noticed and I observed it. I shared it with the guys on Discord, obviously. But I've been observing this thing for years. I didn't have a name for it. But the funny thing is, yeah, holy suspicious low. I know, like those lows, sweet. Those are delicious lows. Honestly, sweet, the sweetest lows. That's the kind of low that I love. Like, you gotta love that kind of low. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. So there's a specific, if you're thinking algorithmically, anyway, so one of the guys in my Discord, he's a programmer, like a professional. And I asked him, you know, I was like, you know, there's this thing is that I need a name for something that I've observed. This is how it presents itself every time. This is what it does. And then I'm going to get the change in the state of delivery. Okay, so this is an every time 100% logic. Okay, but I didn't have a name for it. So I asked her, is there anyone a programmer? And I remember this guy is a programmer. So I'm like, hey, yo, bro, uh, can you explain from a programmer's perspective, what is the name of this process? Like when you want something to, like when you want a script to be kicked in, to kickstart. And he said init. And I was like, init? Oh yeah. I heard that before because, when I was learning the development stuff, I saw that. But I'm not a pro or anything. And he said initialization. And I was like, yo, boo. And he explained it, and I was like, that's exactly the logic that I was just describing to them. So guess what, people? Yeah. We got a whole new name for a whole new powerful, boom, bah. Yeah? In it, the initialization. Yeah. So now I got something I find it's obviously funny because we got to come up with these new names, right? Since everybody likes coming up with new names. But my names are specific to functions. My name is specific, or the names that I give these things until or unless ICT obviously tells us what it is, then I just want to identify them so I don't forget them, so I can recognize them in real time. So initialization, that's one. Number two, there's a PD array that came out of it because I've been observing it, but I didn't know what to call it or anything. So now I call it the initializer. Like, folks are going to be like, what? What the hell are you talking about? Well, it is what it is. I just wanted to share that. So if you hear me talking about initialization or init, yeah? When you hear me talking about that, either on Twitter or maybe just drops in here or something, just know that, yeah, we are speaking algorithmic language. Oh, it is delicious, folks. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so what does it do? It basically kickstarts a new script way ahead of time before you get your change in the state of delivery. Now that's gonna be that's gonna be wrecking people's heads. Right. So we got 30 handles. It is 2:35. Happy days. Okay. So this was 2:30 right here. We have rallied all the way, all the way, all the way. I like this opening price right there. Of course, 772 is so between this opening price and 772 is our reference. So there you go. We've hit it. 772 is, if you want to do, if you care, you can get the gradient. Actually, you know what? I'll do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you. Look at that. Let me show you. 772. Boom shakalaka. What's that high? 29770 and 50 cents. Well, look at that. Look at that. 0.625 is 29770.50 cents. That's the high. Amazing, right? Anyway, I can't say we don't know things. So this with that, totally different, not the same. Fair value gap there. Let me show you. This is a fair value gap, okay? And in about 10 seconds, this candle you want it to close, you would like it to close below this opening price right here. Just so you can lock in that change in the state of delivery, yeah? In 3, 2, 1, boom. Next candle, you want it to touch. I physically can't speak too fast. Yeah, I physically can't. Anyway, you want this, so basically my Discord people, they know what we're talking about. I'm gonna get, guys, there's a way to show things without showing things, right? Right, Discordians? This is the discount. You want this discount to act as resistance afterwards to take this low. So don't forget, we have 29741 as a sweet low. What I saw here took you up there and back down. Okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm even going to throw in this low for free. How about that, people? How about that? We're going to throw in that low for free. Just for free, since it's free YouTube. So basically what you want to see is a CB here. Or invalidation would be a rapid rally back to this low. But I don't see that happening, to be honest with you. We still got about 30 seconds, but do you see it? If you see these things, please put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat. I do like the fact that this candle was a gap open lower. So it's like this candle closed at 237, closed, and then the next candle gapped open lower. So we're just gonna do this so we can get that volume imbalance right there. And in about 3, 2, 1. Ooh, look at that close. So now, not only do we have a CB confirmed, not only do I see what I wanted to see, like here and there. Now you've got the discount. Okay, this yellow, this darker yellow, the shadow. Not only do you have that, this is exactly what you want to see early, like that. And in about 30 seconds, you want to see us flirt at 743. Yeah, I'll say 743. You just want some buddies. We need some buddies in here. Okay? So it's going to be like, boom, shaka, laka, down, pow, like that. Okay? No Mr. Nice Guy price action. You get me? It's a boom man thing, yeah? I like the way this, the buddy is like, woo, look at that. Recalibration. That's a big boom thing. But I like these lows. Again, don't forget, right here, you want to see, so what am I talking about? Initialization. This kind of opened, gap lower. So you could call that a suspension block of some sort. So you can just pay attention to the shadow. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this to 250. I'm going to move this to 250. Actually, no, I'm going to move it to 3 p.m. Like that. So let's not forget what it is, okay? Let's not forget, lest we do forget. Let's not forget what it is. I'm just going to leave that right there for 3 p.m., okay? And then let's do some candle by candle things. So here's what you got. You have your environment. We saw this go here. We said, well, I like this price. It literally wicked into it. And then as I was talking about this price in 772, it literally just touched it and closed right there. And the next candle went all the way down. Now, mind you, guys, we are in a 30-point range. Like, look at this. It ain't doing anything. It's not doing anything. This is real price is trash. But we're still trying to show absolute control before the parasites of statistics, the parasite worshippers, before they come for me. I promise you. Some of them have been here, by the way. They've been here. Oh, they've been here. I can tell. They have been here. So here you go. Bearish order block like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. How many handles is that? 63, 63.50. That open is 48. So basically 15 handles? Gee. That move, guys, is 15 handles. That is crazy. That move is 15 handles. That's just... Anyway, let's get back to candle by candle because it's price action. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Boom. I like that. Boom. So here's your shadow. You want to see boom. And when I say boom, it's like you want to see bodies at 743, I think I said. 743, 744, around there. I like that. If you look at this like that, trust me, you be like, yo, what is that? Those lows are absolute sauce because initialization is in, gentlemen. Oh man, the initialization logic is just, oh man, I'm really grateful. Mr. Inti, if you're here, man, I'm grateful, bro. You really gave me a good name. That name is solid because I've been scratching my head for ages. Anyway, what do we got? High. Let me move this to the right. You got this high and you got this high. And it's going all the way up here into this city here. That's what we just had. So, in case those, maybe there's somebody who's not familiar. And again, if you're not familiar with ICT trading at all, you've got two choices. You can sign up to the Discord, yes, okay. A man's got to market his business. Or if you want it for free, you might actually want to go watch ICT's Inner Circle Trader. So if you YouTube Inner Circle Trader on YouTube, he has a bunch of videos, like, you know what I mean? Like, he has a lot of information. That's my mentor. And I've seen all these videos, practically, like, really. I'm not like other people who say I've seen all the ICT's video and and this is the truth of it. I'm not one of those. Like, I literally keep up. Well, I haven't seen the one he posted earlier, guys. Has anyone seen the one earlier? If you're on the chat and you've seen the one earlier, could you share what it's about? Because I wouldn't be surprised if he talked about what we were talking about in Discord. Because I only saw the title and it was like, oh, Anyway, 30 handles. Ain't not much happening in here. You have this candle there. You have this candle literally coming all the way into discount of this previous one. Like, what is that? What even is that? That's a good sign. That's what you want to see, folks. That is exactly what you want to see. And then you have this wick. You have this body. It's dealing with the... Let me enlarge this thing so you can see what it's using. We've got the 50% there. You want this body to close. I heard. So there you go. You want to mark the 50% of this wick like that. Don't hide now. I ain't hiding. Not hiding, I promise. I mean, like, it is YouTube after all. So low, the fact that this came deep, there you go. You see that? Fair value gap. Tap. Now you want to see rip through, okay? You want to see rip through. So I like this candle. I like this candle's close right there. Bro said fair value. What am I meant to say, man? What am I meant to say, bro? Yeah. What do you love about the YouTube energy? Talk to me. What about it do you love? What's different about it? What's different about it, man? What's different about it? So you on tap? It's very mediatic. Mediatic. Ooh, wow. I never heard that word before. Mediatic. What does mediatic mean, people? What does mediatic mean? Me neither. I hope it's a word. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we all making up words, right? Initialization. Yeah, so again, this thing ain't doing anything. Now, ignition. Yeah, exactly. You can call it yeah, you can call it ignition. But basically, here's what's going on. Because I know some people are looking for signals, but we don't give signals. In fact, we are deceptive over here. We deceive. You know? But anyway, I joke. Bro, see these lows, yeah? There's no way I can ignore them, even if I want to. So, we came back down into this range, yeah? So remember the body of 228? Wait. You can buy right here, bro. Buy right here, right now. For only entertainment, though. No, no financial. Sorry. Oh, oh, I mean, oopsie, oopsie. Use a time limit on. Oh, wow. TP to the right. Stop loss to the left. Wow, that is profound, baby. That is profound. I like it. Yeah, so we got so yeah. Basically, anywhere around here below 755 for educational purposes only is special. Is pay attention time. So let me just put it right there for you guys. Remember, it's 3 p.m., okay? So here's what we got. We had price go all the way higher, and it came deep into discount. And then it went higher again. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, why would you go higher, come back deeper, and then go higher again if you're so excited, for premium prices? Excuse me, people. Price is trash. The yawn array. The yawn PD array. He said, bro's tired of knowing everything. Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All. That's what they call me. They call me Mr. Know-It-All. I really like this. So this is what you call engineering, people. Engineering. That's what it is. If I wanted to engineer, I would initialize and then print for changing the state of delivery to take this low. Initialize. Script initialized. Boom. Script activated. Bang, better than. So yeah, let me take this off because we know what we're looking at. And if you don't, you can always rewind the video. All right. It's healthy to do that, but I just want to keep a clean, relatively clean chart, okay? Because this is what we're dealing with, folks. Literally 30 handles. 30 the whole time. Come on, man. Like 30 handles for over an hour. Literally. For over an hour. Like, look at this. It's crazy. So anyway, you have that candles open. So bullish doesn't want to see that right now. What you want to see is an up close here. A close above, like up close above 775. That's what you want to see. And there you go. So that's what you want to see. Now you need that up close above 775. Right here. Above that. Ooh. You all see that? Let me get it. 775 is right here. Yeah. So you need a close above 775. And that's for bullish, the bullish crowd, okay? The bullish crowd, you want that and then into this high, basically. That's what you need. Otherwise you're cooked, aren't you? Wouldn't you be cooked? So yeah, this high and then 790. Yeah. So close above 790. Let me put another line there. Let's give you 790, gentlemen. 790. All right. So let us see. Ooh, that is interesting. That is interesting. We got a mother in there. There's a mother. Boom, 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 boom. Pop, 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 pop. Well, technically, it's not really. Actually, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. It's not in there. My bad. I'm not trying to distract anyone. So the fact that we wouldn't even close above there is what you want to call speed of delivery. Things are slow. Things are very slow. Price is not volatile at all. It is thin. It's almost like they took a holiday or something in PM session. But anyway, just pay attention to 775 and 790. Okay. So you want up close above 775 to take this high and then 790. That's what you would be anticipating. That's your bullish scenario, you know. They like to troll, but then they want to give two scenarios. That's what they do. So you have this candle in about 30 seconds. Unless you get some recalibration, it's problematic. Problem. Yeah, so right there, I am very confident folks are looking at this like, oh, that's changing the state of delivery. I am sure there's somebody right now who thinks the opening of 252 is changing the state of delivery. You would love that CB, wouldn't you? Wouldn't ya? You would love that CB, wouldn't ya? But they didn't give it, did they? They didn't give it, did they? High resistance. This is high resistance. What you're seeing right now is pure high resistance. This is exactly what high resistance looks like. Another push higher. No, this is high resistance. We're in a very tight range. If we look at it properly, we're in a very tight range. And you know what's crazy? We could easily get a spike lower. Boom. Two candles could literally just take this low, like that. That's how high resistance it is. It could literally do it in two candles, like that. So this is high resistance. And there's your close. There's your close. So this high now, this is your make-a-wish. Make-a-wish for 790. There's your make-a-wish. This is high resistance, folks. So if you're like into continuation, if you're into, you know, yeah, like using targets, then yeah. Like, this is only entertainment, guys. This is only for educational purposes. I'm not giving anybody signals. The AI needs to record that we are not giving signals. Okay? We're just trying to entertain because we know we got our init here and we got this bullish candle there, and now boom, up there. Initialization. The script is in, but the change in the state of delivery is coming. Yeah, it would be like if it just went boom, 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 like literally. So there you go. You got that sell candle there, and I was saying that I bet you there's someone thinking this is the change in state of delivery. This is a bearish order block, and look at that right now. Look at that. Look at that, folks. AG, where did your interest for 29,790 come from? Bullish order block, and we close above. You have a busy. It's AG. I'm trying to show something to my guys. I kind of told them I'm gonna be using certain, all these prices and logic and whatnot. And to be honest, that's kind of what I'm showcasing. I'm trying to take a different direction. I don't know how to say without, without betraying their interest. Even though this is a free platform, so I apologize if it seems like. But you can say 790 is right here. Okay, this is your CB. How about that? Let's call it that. Yeah. Let's call it that. There. So there you go. It's not 790, but it's, is what it is. So you can target, you can basically say like, yeah, that CB there, like that. Boomba. Is there inefficiency, people? If you pull this across, you see we already hit it. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I mean, pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? What's the statistics on that? Where are the parasite crew? Where are they? The probability crew. Where's the statistic on that? What are the odds that somebody on YouTube will be telling you you want to see this first, and then you want to see this first, and well, no, you want to see this first, which is the 775, then you want to see 780 there, and then you want to see 790 there, in order, in description, following the description of the very things that you're articulating. What's the statistics on that, people? You see the struggle? Hey, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining. I appreciate the support. By the way, guys, I appreciate if you show your support. Your support is helpful. Your support has helped us so far. I genuinely haven't checked the analytics. It's been, excuse me. it's been pretty, yeah, it's been pretty cool. So yeah, I do appreciate every support. I do appreciate every, yeah. So, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Right. So there you go. There you go. High resistance, liquidity run. I'm gonna set that it's a 98% probability that they did not know that was gonna happen. Bro, you're like the friendly neighbor, man. Like, you know, you're meant to be supportive. You're meant to be the supportive one. If you're not supportive, then who is, man? Like, I mean, I'm definitely a villain at this point. They have villainized me with the multiple scenarios, and you know, I'm the villain now. Okay, so look at that. Wick, wick, wick. Boom, 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 boom. How's that 790, people? Now, remember, guys, I was talking about initialization here. And I said initialization is the thing that prints before you even get the change in the state of delivery. So, boom. I've seen it many times, and I can't unsee it. And now that I have a name for it, it's like my eyes is like, woo, woo, woo. What does it mean to initiate? What does it mean to initialize? You know? Now I know how bored this is. What do you mean? What do you mean how boring this is? Oh man. I like that. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. But I want to see, how do they use this? Okay. So you need the next 2 to 3 candles to go for this order block, this one at 3 p.m. So the next 2, because sometimes you can get like high resistance, slow prints. No matter what it is, you just need this order block to be targeted. Okay, so I can take this off now since we already hit them. And you all know how we do with these PM sessions, right? When something is initialized, when the initializer is in, it literally tells me that, yo, hey, yo, cat, get ready. There's a script about a print. Get ready, cat. That's how I see it, man. That's how I see the initializer. And the invalidation of it is even more powerful. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Init, for the name. I mean, Inti. It's funny. It's like, yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Invalidation is something I need to study. Yeah. Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe it's an advantage to lock into invalidation. We're paying attention to these arrays, okay? So the last thing you want, as a bull, last thing you want is this low. Like, you should have no interest for closure below 750 or 755, sorry. Like, what's this low? 29759. You have no interest in that. All right. What we do have, on the other hand, is we have this low, we have this low, we have this low, we have that low. So it's almost like we've got a bombastic side eye looking at this low, while we're trying to print this candle by candle. So what you want to see now, to really officially have this low set, you want to see a close above the 50%. I'm going to get it right there. And I'm going to explain something to you guys. You see that? You guys see that, right? It closed below the 50% and it literally opened, gapped up there. That's cheating. That's cheating, folks. That's what I call a reset. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this close, I'm going to take that open, and I'm going to drag it out to 330. How about that? Boom shakalaka. Actually, no, it should be 345. Just like that. So suspension block, have this low certified, and that's what I'm talking about. So now this low is officially imputed. That's what's going on, people. Officially imputed. Officially. You get it? Do you get me? I've got an email. Who's emailing me? Manger Cap. How you doing, bro? How you doing, brother? How you doing, OG? How you doing, OG? Look at that, folks. Pay attention. Pay attention, pay attention. We don't give signals, but, you know, we try to describe what's going on in real time. And, you know, see, the problem I have is you never really know when something's going to drop. That's the problem I have, because I get too excited, you know what I mean? Like, I just begin too excited. It's like I just want to share and share and share and share, and, you know, I just want to share. It's like a bad habit, you know? Sometimes I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing. Did you get me? It's like a bad habit. Do 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 dee dee do dee dee do dee 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 dee. Anyway, ICT said he doesn't. It's a pretty. It's a good habit, yeah. It's a good habit. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's a good habit. Wait, did ICT drop another video? My days, this guy is dropping videos left and right, yo. He needs to calm down. How's that low, people? Do you think that low looks official? Or do you think I'm capping? Do you think Cappuccino Jones is capping? Does that low look set to you? Okay, it's a 16-minute video. All right. I'll watch it later. Look at that. Look at that, people. Does this low look pretty set? Are we in premium? If this was your discount, aren't we in premium? How to frame sessions, high resistance wrong conditions. Do you mean like how to predict it or something? Because I definitely thought this session was going to be tough. Well, you know, it's gonna be like sideways. It's not really doing anything. Like we have between this low and this 790, like 50 handles. Well, we spend like over an hour and 30 handles. So it's like sideways for over an hour, and then it went up from here, from initializer, boom, bah, like that. Right, so I like this low, and I like the way this is printing like this, all this high resistance. I like that. Why do I like that? Because if you don't want something to go too far, there's got to be a way of holding it down, right? No, bro, I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I saw it on the phone there. I saw it on yeah, I just saw it there. So there you go. You see that? There you go. We are into right there. So this is exactly what you want to see. Exactly what you want to see. This is where you go, happy days. Nice 50 handle run. It's actually not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. The problem sometimes we have as traders is when we are in pretty tough conditions like this, we forget that when the range is pretty tight, to be honest, there ain't nothing to be done. And so when you have these tight ranges and you have a low like this that went all the way up there and it came back down, but that low never rated. This is a reprint, folks. Like this. This is a reprint. It went from this from 1253 to 116, came down pretty close, and then went back up. This is a reprint. So you know what that means to me? Long term, it means somebody wants to see NWOG. That's what that means to me. Long term, not short term. Okay? Somebody wants to see NWOG again this week. That's what that means to me. But before they see it, let's be their market maker, yeah? Because they think they control the markets, but we do over here, don't we? On YouTube, live. But apart from that, how's your day, people? Talk to me. Talk to me in the chats. How's your day? What do you think of price action currently? What are your thoughts on price action? I'm going to move this to 345 as well. Not because it's all that, but it's because it's supporting this 307. And I really like that price. Like, I mean, I really, for entertainment purposes, I really like that PD array. Show me. Ooh, I like this bearish order block as well. 313, Algowick people. You should know your candles. You should know what to do. Yo. Well, you should know what you should have done. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this Fair Valley Gap, y'all. This specific 775. You know, the 257. I'm pretty excited about it. I also do like the time. Because you know, when you observe certain things, there are things you want to say, and yeah, you just want to see if it gives you what you want to say. You feel me? Excited to watch ICT's videos on high resistance runs after this. Yeah. Yeah, same here, AG. Same here, actually. Like I want to see, like I like to see his take. I like to see what he was thinking. Because, I mean, the way I see it is, I stopped. So actually, this gives me an opportunity to talk about something. So when I watch ICT videos, I don't listen to exactly what he says anymore. I used to. I mean, as you should, but not anymore. Now, when I listen to ICT's videos, I'm like, I listen out for what is he trying to hide. Now, here's the truth. I'm not saying he's trying to hide something. I mean, he has said it himself that he's not going to teach everything. He has said it himself that he's going to leave some things for his children, all that kind of stuff. But if he was in a video trying to hide something, you technically can't pin him down on that because it doesn't really, like, it won't show. Like, he's not going to tell you, oh, I'm hiding this and I'm hiding that. So for me, it has become a game of deduction. So what I listen out for are certain things that he is describing. I listen out for what is he describing. And that's how I'm able to game. Yeah, he will drop clues. Absolutely, yeah. He drops clues for those who really care. And then once he does that, I'm like, oh, I hear you. Sometimes he be dropping clues and I'm like, wait, is he talking to me specifically? Because normally they'll be about inefficiencies, right? Or they'll be about something that I already talked about. And I'm like, wait, is this guy listening to my streams or something? Or was he listening to a space? Or was he going through my profile or something on Twitter, the Cap Jones? So, but yeah, it is what it is, folks. It's just the way I watch it, and somehow things connect. I have watched some videos and he mentions things and it feels like he's pointing at you. I know. It is it's like saw stuff, it's pretty weird, isn't it? Because I'm like, I mean, I don't think he knows who I am or anything. But sometimes it feels like that. It does feel like that. So, because it's the description, it's the way he words them, it's the things he says, it's the way he puts them. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody put me on his radar by mistake. I don't know. I physically couldn't tell you. Right, so here's your implied fair value gap here. Right there. So you want this implied fair value gap to be gone. You want this PDO rate to be touched. You want price to close under it. And I'm talking about this 257. I would personally like, oh, Mario, I get what you're saying now. I totally get what you're saying about the language. Yeah. I need to be careful. Yeah, so for entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only and educational purposes I would like this high to be secure. Basically, you want basically 320 high should be left untouched until at least 257 is touched. In fact, and closed under like that. That's what I am anticipating. But price is trash. We have some sideways shenanigans there. So let's see. Let's see what they get. Notice the language now, guys. Notice the language like, let's see. I'm not like this in Discord, am I? That's the difference, folks. Because when you're using PD arrays that are considered not that great, and you try to stick to them on purpose, and you analyze based off of them, yeah, maybe then it is probability. But anyway, let me stick to the price stuff. So 775, like that, okay. All right. This is healthy. 322 close is pretty healthy. This is a healthy close right there. In the midst of high resistance liquidity run, high resistance condition. This is pretty much high resistance. You want a specific high to be safe so that you can get this inefficiency there. Okay, so it is 323 right now. Another one, 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, the question you should be asking is, why are they creating lows inside of a suspension block? I mean, it's not just any kind of suspension block. It's a, it's a pretty cool one. So who would want to be engineering right near this river? It's somebody who doesn't like you. Somebody who is not friendly. Ooh. Not friendly. Not friendly. I really like this initializer look. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was gonna draw this volume imbalance there like that. That's what that was. Because price was right there at the time, but this person ain't friendly, folks. So we're just gonna have to leave this at 345. This person ain't friendly. I'm suspecting it has to do with this. So here's what the print looks like, people. Does this look pretty cool to you? But yeah, there you go. There you go. Like that. Boom. Is this making sense to anyone, or any questions? Give me something to talk about, because this thing ain't really doing anything. Like, it's going sideways for 13 handles since 304. And it is 325, guys. We ain't getting much done. So somebody doesn't like, folks, price is trash. Yes. Are we in control? You tell me. What do you see? Do you look at 3:15 p.m. to 3:45 last hour micro? Yes. That's what that's why I have these PD arrays extended all the way here, like that. So that's why these like fair value gaps, like this one and this one, that's why they stop right there. Because I'm using it based on time, or based on that time. Sort of like a cessation script or something. Yeah. Yes, I do. Anyway, yeah, I do look at. Let me let me get the verticals for you so you can know what we're dealing with. So we opened and we've only gone sideways, sideways, and these ones. So somebody doesn't like people here. Somebody's trying to engineer. You get it? Someone is a wicked man. Look at that. The tease is strong, folks. The teasing is strong. But I'm telling you, find it here. Find the price down here at this 257 BSC, bullish fair value gap. Find it there. It's problem. I mean, real problems. It's not even gonna be funny, man. It's real problems. So trust me, you do not want it there. Like, if you're a bull, of course. Real problem. Because now they're setting up another, as you can see. XCT said, I know you don't use it, but Cap, you know how to read candles if you use, I guess the name is something like that, should help you more. Sorry? Yeah. I got the footprint part, but is that you think it would help me more? I'd like to ask why. What makes you think it would help me more? What makes you think it would? Guys, what's going on today? Is this like a welcome back? First Monday of month number 2 or something? It's like let's get him moving. Like, what's going on? Like, I'd like to understand why XCT would think it might help me more where they want to go. I mean, ooh, you see that? Did you see that? Ding, 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 ding. You saw that? Did you see the spike? Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. I'm excited. Yeah, that's right. It is telling me, let's go. Ooh, welcome to Spider-Man. Oh, I don't like this setup though. I'll be honest. But I know somebody doesn't like people here. Someone doesn't like people here. And someone definitely doesn't like these guys. And someone definitely doesn't like these guys. I don't know. I just saying. Okay. I hear that. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. I hear you. I know you're a supporter. You like and subscribe. So, I'm sure you mean it from a good place. But I'm telling you, today's like one of those days. I'm like, wow, things are just popping up, popping off. Yeah, so somebody doesn't like the booze. Or is it just me? Is it just me, people? Or do you think someone likes the booze? Who's bullish? Who's bullish? If you're bullish, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yeah. Put your hands up. Because if you're bullish, you're looking at this high right now, 318 and 326. And you also have 131. So I wouldn't discourage it. I mean, like this thing ain't doing anything. It's literally 10 handles away. But I really, really like that tap. Like the way it just, boom, it was so quick. Like, it was so quick. So what that tells you is the way they did it there. You see that? See the way they came back in there again? Yeah. Oh, this is juicy stuff. Juicy, juicy stuff. Notice what's going on here, people. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? How is that not algorithmic? Yeah. Like, how is that not algorithmic? I mean, am I mad? 777. And like 777. Like, how is that not algorithmic? The way it came down there is the same way it came down here. Although this one was like, pew, this one was a bit more exaggerated. So look at this, like the way it's coming down through. You even have a volume imbalance there. Like, look at that. How is that not suspect? Honestly. Like, how is that not algorithmic? Come on. Look at what is going on. This thing is like piercing, pew. It's like pew, pew. It's the way they do it, like pew. You know what I mean? It's just the way it goes down. Now, obviously, when prices drop in, is this how you want price to drop? Not necessarily. I don't like this design, but I would like some, fat finger. Phil hit the wrong button. Yeah, no, it's, maybe Phil is just waiting for fat finger season, Phil must have a desire for time. What time is it though? 3:34. Okay. 3:34, 3:35. You can see them. I mean, here's the thing. 35, 36, access support. I would like a lingering in here. I just don't know for sure in regards to like how far they want to go into this one, the suspension block. But 35, 36 in this range would be nice, personally speaking. $35, $36. Okay, you see that? Are you guys seeing that? Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Dance the night away. So guys, this thing is only like 5-6 handles. And it's still doing as we're talking about. Like, so there you go, 35, 36. There you go, inside range. That's nice. That's it. That's it. You see, 35, 36 right there. Boom. Just hang. Don't blow out, mate. Come on, relax. Come back into the white space. You guys saw that. Are you seeing this? Oh, it's gone. You couldn't see it if you couldn't see it. Oh man, you should have seen it, man. That is wild behavior. It was so quick. It's like boom, boom. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. 35, 36 inside the range. Now bearish order block would be nice. Thank you. I will take a bearish order block anytime. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Come on now, don't embarrass me now. I think bearish. It's a bearish one. Don't do crazy shenanigans, bro. Come on, man. Come on. 30 seconds, man. Don't do that thing, bro. Like bearish order block anytime. Thank you. From the headquarters of Algowick, yeah? From Algowick TV. Bearish order. Order. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Giving that Algowick. They definitely didn't give me my bearish order block at 37. Which tells me I like this. I like 40 to 45. So basically what you got right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then on the way up it's like spike, spike, spike. Pretty manipulative. This thing ain't doing nothing. I promise you, it's not doing anything. Look. This is where I should be closing the stream, if I'm being honest with you. This is where this, like, I'm basically wasting my time. Literally. And then it's going to do some mad thing after I close it. And I'm like, oh, darn it. I lost an opportunity for content, you know? But anyway, the fact that it was printed like this is like, yeah, sauce. You got this high, you got that high, you got premium of that range on the way down. What I wanted to see was a close below this fair value gap, like that. We definitely didn't get it. If I closed below the 50%, and it quickly got back up, so that's why I was waiting for bearish order block there. And the fact that we didn't get it means happy days. Powder is always dry when you have invalidation. If you were in the trade for educational purposes only, you will put an hypothetical stop loss. Well, you'd be stopped out for sure to collect something little. It might be small, but you should be collecting something. But regardless, this now for me is absolutely set. Like this is like set. Like this is one of those done deal. Absolutely set. You know? So this is set. I am bored, man. But I'm with you. Whoever said price is boring, I'm with you. Set, baby. You see that? Between 40 and 45. There you go. Ooh. So here's my question, people. Are we still anticipating bullish prices now? Where they at? Where they at? Man. How many people are here? Let's see. There's 10 people. Wow. 10 concurrent viewers. Well, there's only like 3 or 4 people who are definitely locked in. So if I have 10, then I wonder who is amongst the 10. I think a couple people left, so but it's cool. It's cool. You know, like attention span is pretty expensive over here, right, people? And it is more than tough to be able to keep up this energy at the end of the day. Like it is almost 11 p.m. my time. It is 10:42 my time. You got a volume balance in there. You got to close below the 50%. You got to close below this PD array there, but that volume balance there is not. That's not the way. That's not the way. Did you do anything fun other than the markets today? Today is Monday. You know, Monday is work day. You gotta work. You gotta work. Day traders gotta day trade. You feel me? It's work day, man. Just like the Bible says, work is meant to be work. But luckily for me, I do enjoy what I do. And I mean that. I really do enjoy what I do. So in a way, like I could sit in front of the charts all day. The only thing I don't like is when it's practically not doing anything here. And it's almost like it doesn't really give me content. Like, I mean, what am I going to talk about? I mean, I could talk about it in hindsight, but there's nothing exciting in real time. Because if you talk about anything in hindsight, you get cooked. But actually, maybe I should find something to explain to you guys. Maybe that would entertain in the moment. So you got this low, you got that low, this candle, 342. Remember we said we like 340 to 345. So this candle becomes a bearish order block there. Or let's say, for example, the opening price gets tagged, like with the volume imbalance there. Yeah. Then I can anticipate, or I'll be allowed to anticipate this low, that low, and this thing right here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking personally. But again, like, look, we're literally talking less than 30, like, literally, like what? 20 handles. 20. Like, it could do that in like one pew, like a pistol shot, sniper shot. It could literally do that. Now I am very mindful. I cannot deny the fact that I'm mindful of this highs, like this trend line thing, while we also have these lows. But you guys already know my position. We're not really changing anything. We're married to one direction. Okay, we got the initializer right there, and then we went up and we started jaggering around there, and then we came back down. We closed below Fair Valley Gap, bearish order block right there at 45. Yo, yeah, so at 45 right there, this is your bearish order block, and we've taken this low as anticipated. You know, for those who don't believe us, it looks to me like we're still getting what we want. You know, looks like we're still getting what we want. Now obviously, like in prints like this, high resistance liquidity, you got to use advanced stuff. Honestly, you got to use advanced things to be able to navigate, you know, these tight ranges. Like this range is less than 10 handles. Did you know that? This range, all of this nonsense here, between 3 o'clock, like basically from 3 o'clock all the way to 3:40, All it is like less than 10 handles, I think. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Thinking 3:30. So for about half an hour, we were practically in 10 handle runs. It's really nonsense. So you can see the high resistance there, which is why I said somebody likes bullish run. Somebody likes NWOG. Somebody really likes NWOG. But before they go there, something tells me that the relationship is between NWOG and is low and wide and is low. Yeah, so code trades, how you doing, bro? Market on close macro should give some movement since we are consolidating, in my opinion. 315 to 345 didn't do much of anything besides take out short-term sell stops. Okay, so movement to where? Code trades. Some movement to where? Like I know we're consolidating right now. We're printing nonsense price action right now. So to where? I mean, we definitely do want to see. I mean, I'm with you. We want to see those. We want to see. We want to see movement. Code trade said that part. I don't know. I like the sell stops though, but those really. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. There's. I mean, I've got one of those when liquidity doesn't raid. Stuff going on here, and I just don't like it at all. At all. Like, oh my days. Every time. I'm telling you. Every time, yo. That is wild. That is just insane. That is mad. That is a mother. That is a mother, bro. That is a mother. Well, are you gonna give it to me or what? Yo, Phil, what's good? You see that? You see that there, guys? That volume imbalance I was talking about. You see that right there? You see the treatment? Remember this shadow? Okay. Well, you know what this shadow, you want that shadow to be like, just pew, pew, pew. But yeah, this is the volume imbalance there. Look at that, folks. Pew, pew, pew. Right there. It closed below, gapped open right into it. But it's not algorithmic though. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Yo, where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. And boom, 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 pow. Pow, hey. Pow, hey. Pow, hey. Pow, hey. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Pow. It's a shame, man. It's a shame the The people who were here were not here to see. Honestly, it's a shame. But would you look at that? Would you look at that? Now I can move it in hindsight. Look at that. Pew, pew, pew. Pay. Yeah, it was, honestly, it was a tight range. It was too tight, like for me to even be bothered. But yeah, right here we said we wanted to see it. And we got initializer, sequenced initialized, market maker sell model. Boom. All the way up and then down. I told you. I told you. Yeah. Finalize. Yeah. I told you guys right from the start. I told you initialization. When I saw the initialization, all of this, I was like, yep, up. And it was going up. I bet you some people were probably thinking, yeah, this guy's got it wrong. He wanted to see those lows rated. He's got it wrong. No. No, folks. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you guys something, and my hope is that you listen to me. I can't force anybody to listen, but I was very descriptive. Well, I guess, you know. But yeah, you definitely heard me explain. Boom. And look at that. Finalization, right? Initialization is a sequence activated. And when the sequence is activated, I know exactly, guys, I know exactly what I'm going to get. The Discord folks, they know what I'm talking about. Initialization is that. Boom. Boom. Perfect market maker sell model. Perfect. Those lows. I love it. I love it. Okay. Market maker. But anyway, yeah, I'm grateful to God. I am grateful to God, and I thank the Lord Jesus Christ for always supporting and vindicating me. I do not take it for granted. And I really hope you guys are blessed. I hope you see something that clearly, while this thing was going higher, you saw me talk about 790, and this thing just went all the way up like that. Look, what's this high? 96.50. Okay. So, like that. Boom. It looked like it wanted to mess about, but I was like, this candle right there. And then I said, right here, I said, do you still think we're bullish? Like, nope. Any bullish people in the house? Yada, yada, yada. Like, no. This is game over, folks. And this one just spiked like crazy. Pew. No mercy. No mercy. So, God bless you guys. I am really tired. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow, you know. Yeah, God bless. Thank you for showing up on my stream. A bit rusty today, you know, in terms of entertainment, but yeah. Tomorrow we'll be back on fire. Let's get back in the groove. All right, God bless you guys. I should get out of here. I'm glad we got the exact thing that we wanted to see. I appreciate you guys as always. Hey, Trader Bay. Thank you, AG. Thank you, everybody. All right. Have a good night. God bless. Bye-bye.